I'm Lucas,
I'm Kathleen,
and you're listening to Last Week with IHS 21.
the talk show where seniors from Independence High School discuss semi relevant topics and overall have a chill time as we cruise through our everyday school lives.
And today we have the presidents from some of the amazing clubs on campus. So why don't you all introduce yourselves along with what club you run?
Hello, my name is Josh Tongol. I am the president of IHS Smash Club, a club dedicated to playing Super Smash Bros. At Independence High School.
Hi, my name is Phung, and I'm one of the co-presidents for the Acts of Random Kindness Club for the 2020 to 2021 term.
Hello, I'm Lillian, and I am the other co-president for Acts of Random Kindness Club, or ARC for short, for the 2020 to 2021 term.
Hi, my name is Ryan Lamb, and I'm the president of IHS Club 9. We're a hip-hop dance group, dance club at IHS.
Very happy to have you all here today.
This is currently being recorded on April 12th, 2021. And on our first episode, we talked a little bit about clubs. However, this time around, we have brought these club presidents in to really go in depth and discuss the effects that clubs have on students and what they mean to them. Starting off with our first question, how has each of your clubs survived in the past year through the pandemic?
IHS Smash Club is a very good club, and one of the things we've done to survive over the whole COVID situation is our social media presence, especially in Discord. We have a Discord server where people talk a lot, and it's not just Smash. We have a whole community over there where we talk, and we just have a lot of interactions. And another thing, we have our tournaments where we record them and we post them on YouTube, and that's one of the ways how we really keep our club engaged throughout this whole pandemic.
For Cloud9, it's definitely been hard because we're a club that usually meets in person to get together and dance. So throughout the pandemic, we've been trying to survive by meeting outside of school, but in like limited groups, so smaller members, and making sure to sanitize everything.
Yeah, so ARC is a really physical club, so usually in person we're really hands-on-y, so we were kind of worried as to how we were going to survive this year, but we tried our best to survive by staying active on social media, and we transformed many of our in-person events into virtual events. So for example, we have our annual kindness scavenger hunt, which is usually done in person, but as a team, we collaborated to transform the whole scavenger hunt into a whole virtual thing using Goose Chase, and it was pretty successful. And we also, as I mentioned earlier, use social media to stay connected with our members. So we make sure to frequently post updates about our meetings. So we post meeting slides every Wednesday. We also post on we also post on our stories the day before our meetings to publicize about it, so members remember, despite this whole pandemic happening. And we also host weekly meetings, so we're still connected.
I would also like to add that during the springtime, clubs usually hold middle school presentations, but of course, due to COVID, we weren't able to do that. So for ARC, we hosted an informational event where we reached out to several different middle schools. Like we emailed certain teachers to tell their students to attend, and we also spoke to some of the student made accounts, like those crush accounts for middle schoolers. So we asked them to publicize our flyers as well to get as many incoming freshmen as possible, and that's where we basically told them what ARC is about. And right now in the team we have a lot of freshmen, which I think that meeting was very successful because of that.
Nice. I mentioned this in another episode, but one thing I am really impressed with ARC is the amount of presence on social media, especially surrounding IHS. I always see your guys' events. They always come up on my feed, and you guys really are able to reach out to the people that you want to reach out to get more members, and I'm really impressed with that. Do any of you guys have any specific stories or anything regarding any kind of difficulties you guys have had?
For ARC, during the summer, Lillian and I thought that we would be returning back to school. So we spent the summer planning all these things and all these events we wanted to have for in-person ARC. Then we realized that we were never coming back to school for this year, and all of our plans just went away and we had to start new again. And I think that transition part was kind of stressful because, again, ARC is a really physical club because we like give out crafts and it's all about like being around other people to create a community. So it was kind of hard, especially coming up with the new activity ideas. But I think with our new board members, they have been doing a pretty good job with that this year.
I guess a funny story regarding Cloud9 is that is our whole situation with our mat that we used to dance. Because when we got out of school last March, we only thought that we were gonna have like a long spring break, so we weren't really worried. But then we found out that we never went back to school, so we had to get the mat out of the school because we thought if we don't get it now, then we're never gonna get it. So what ended up happening was an alumni and previous members actually got hold of that. But then the pandemic was still at rise, so we were all skeptical about meeting up. So he held that mat for a really long time. And then when we finally needed the mat again to practice for our performance, we went to go get it. But then it was a really rainy day and it could barely fit in the car, but somehow we managed. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I always remember seeing Cloud9 dancing in the shadows. That was always really cool to see.
Our club actually we didn't have too much trouble transitioning to online and such, because actually before that we had our Discord server and our YouTube, and we were posting videos on there already. So the transition wasn't too rough for us because we had like the basis down for getting everything online.
Will say though something funny because I'm also a cabinet member for Smash Club. For the last tournament we had before we went online. First of all, that tournament was split between in person and online, but we originally had a prize pool for the winners. The winners haven't gotten their money yet.
The IHS Smash scam right there.
Yeah,
You already know.
they'll get it. They'll get it eventually. And also we have a club switch, but it's in the hands of one of our alumni right now at the moment, I think.
Okay, well, moving on to our next topic. A lot of you guys became presidents of your respective clubs because of your connection with it. When and why did you join your club? What impact has the club had on you personally? Any specific experiences?
I joined Cloud9 in freshman year, and it was actually a club that I was planning on joining even in middle school because I saw videos about it and I always thought it was cool. And it was the first club that really made me feel like I was a part of something. They accepted me. They were really nice. And then throughout the years, I stayed with the club. And I was an officer in junior year as well. And then eventually, with the seniors lowering down in numbers, I eventually became the president of the club.
So I joined ARC in my freshman year. I first found out about ARC during the freshman orientation, where all the clubs had all these boards, and I was attracted by ARC's really big red board, and I saw the message and its mission, and it really seemed interesting. So I decided to attend a meeting. And when I attended the meeting, it was really welcoming and it felt like a family, as cheesy as it sounds. So I continued attending. And then I went to my first ARC council event, which is just a NorCal event in December, which is called Holiday Care Packages. And even though I was the only person I knew going there, I had like no friends. It was really welcoming. I met so many new people, so many people who cared about spreading kindness to others. It eventually convinced me to just apply for board and eventually president later on.
I also joined ARC my freshman year because it was founded when my sister was still in school. So she told me to check it out since during like her years, the club was like really big. Um, and then I stopped going for a while because I kind of was like this selfish freshman and I was like, why should I go to club meetings? Because I just prefer to sit outside by myself eating. But then I actually started going to meetings again because of Lillian. Like during freshman year, we got a lot closer and we started hanging out more. And now she's my co. So Ark has, done a lot for me. Yeah.
Actually, my story is this is kind of like nepotism in a way, because my brother was the vice president of IHS Smash Club when it was founded. So when I entered in freshman year, my brother was a senior, and when he graduated, I became the vice president and the president was Jendrick. I don't know if you know him, but yeah. And then as the years came by, senior year, I became the president of IHS Smash Club. It's just been a really nice club overall, to be in.
So wait, correct me if I'm wrong. All of you guys are seniors, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Do you guys think that after you guys leaves, your clubs will be in a stable enough condition to keep on improving in the future?
No.
What do you mean, Josh?
Well, we already have like someone planned for our new president, but he's a little bit unique. He's a
No,
unique person.
he's amazing. Next year's president is gonna be great. He's got
Yeah.
he's got the best ambition ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
I'm a little worried about my club, especially because, well, I mean, mostly because of our member numbers. Because we're gonna have a very little members next year when all the seniors leave, and then we've already had enough trouble finding members that even when we were still in school, and especially now that we're in the pandemic, and we don't know how it's gonna be next year either. So yeah, but I have full faith in my underclassmen that they'll do their best to keep my club alive.
Yeah, I think you guys got this because I'm pretty sure we might be going back to school like next year, so
Yeah, that'll
it's
be
gonna
great.
be really easy to start recruiting people.
Yeah.
I know that ARC recently, chose their new successors for the upcoming school year. And I know one of the biggest struggles was having to deal with people who applied, like specifically freshmen who joined the club this year and wasn't really familiar with ARC pre-pandemic. They know ARC on Zoom and stuff, but as we said, Zoom doesn't really capture the complete essence of what ARC is traditionally on campus.
I have faith in our cabinet that we picked this year. It's like I feel like they're really passionate about the club, and if they put the effort, they'll hopefully be able to help ARC grow again.
Yeah, especially with like of course there's a huge problem with like recruitment because this year's 8th graders and next school year's freshmen aren't exactly getting exposed to that kind of stuff while in middle school. But definitely with like freshman orientation, I'm pretty sure freshman orientation for next year will be in person. So that should be a way for the clubs to keep pushing forward. I
One more
remember
thing before we. Sorry. Continue.
one thing I
Sorry.
remember, there's a funny story actually. It relates to Cloud9. I remember at our freshman orientation, I actually signed up to go to like get an email or something from Cloud9, but I never actually went to anything.
Oh man, you should have. It's never too late, bro. Join right now.
2
Right now,
months,
come on.
bet. Oh shoot,
Let,
what's the
let me
sign-up
see
for?
Lucas doing a backflip right now.
Bro, you got this. I believe
No,
you.
I need to see Ryan do a backflip first.
Oh,
What were you talking about, Josh?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to add on before we got off this topic is that I was joking, by the way. I have like complete faith. Like, it's something that I'd probably like even stake my life on. That this club will be my club, IHS Smash Club will be completely fine. In fact, I think it'll be even better than it was before with the way that we just keep on going forward.
I like that. So we're gonna be going into our final topic, but before we do you guys want to plug anything?
ARC's final general meeting is not next Monday, in 2 days, so you should attend.
Yes, please.
not
Good
really a
one,
plug, but to any underclassmen watching this or listening to this, if you're ever interested in joining Cloud9, definitely join. All right, you won't regret it.
Thanks for saying this up for me, Lucas. IHS Smash Club is having its district-wide tourney. It's called IHS Smash Universe, and signups can be found on IHS Smash's Instagram page. So if you would like to signups end April 19th at 11:59 p.m. And it's like district-wide, even alumni can join. So if you are interested at all, please join. It's free to enter, free to play. So if you would like, it'd be very cool if you joined.
I agree. Anyways, moving on to our final note. It's gonna be a very short note. What would you like to say to your fellow cabinet members and club members of your respective clubs that may be listening in?
Well, to my fellow officers, I'd just like to say thank you. We couldn't have done this without everybody working together. I'm really proud of everybody for sticking through to the end because the bond is a really important thing in Cloud9 because we're especially a small dance club at school. And then instead of just meeting to perform, we meet almost every single day, just to hang out, just a session. And I'm just really proud of everyone for sticking through together no matter what happens.
Honestly, I probably echo a lot of the same sentiments as Ryan. I love everyone at the club, and I feel like one thing I should really say is that I really appreciate all their hard work, all the time they've put into the club, all their investments into the club, and especially with their time, that bond that we have around the club, that it will stay like forever, you know?
Yeah. So I just wanted to give a huge shout out to the current officer team. You guys have been doing like so well this school year, and I'm really amazed at how like our club turned out because at the beginning of the school year, I was like, what are we gonna do on Zoom? But I think overall the club was really successful this year. And I want to thank everyone in the team for working so hard. And thank you to all the board members for um, coming up with such amazing ideas for our activities each week. And congrats to our new officer team. I know that you guys are going to do so well next school year because we trained you guys so well. But you guys are also really, really good leaders, and you guys are awesome. Yeah, so if you guys want to know who our new officer team is, make sure to come to our general meeting this Wednesday. I don't know when this podcast comes out, but still, just join ARC whenever.
Comes out on the same day, actually.
Oh, there you go. Wednesday, 2 p.m. You guys can find the Zoom link in our Instagram because I forgot what it was.
Okay, just to add on. So thank you to our whole leadership team, like all 20 plus of us, for sticking with us through such a busy year. So like Phung said, I was really worried for what would happen this term. We had this whole plan set, but it was just gone after we found out that we were not returning to school. But despite that, we were able to transform ARC and reach even greater heights. So I just remember this, our first meeting of the second semester where we had 60 attendees, and whoa, that wouldn't have been possible without you guys reaching out to all your friends to join meetings, just publicizing in general and working hard to create these wonderful activities. So once again, thank you again. Maybe to all the seniors in the leadership team, we could just plan a day where we could crash the future teams meetings and just celebrate their accomplishments.
Kathleen, you're a cabinet member. You have anything you want to say?
Well, yes. Just like Phung and Lillian said, ARC has been great. I was really caught off by surprise of how well the club survived through the pandemic, and everyone did a super good job. And for those of you who aren't graduating and are still planning to be an ARC or planning to join any of the clubs here, Smash Club or Cloud9, if you even like have an inkling of wanting to join, you should do it. No regrets, no looking back. Again, you miss 100% of the chances you don't take, so take and all the chances that you can. And we will end it off here, and we'd like to give an extra special thanks to our guests for coming on to the show and to everyone listening in.
If you have any topics that you would like to discuss, or if you would like to be part of one of these episodes, feel free to DM the class Instagram at IHSCO 2021. Again, that's at IHSCO 2021.
I'm Kathleen.
I'm Lucas.
This has been Last Week with IHS 21. We'll see you next time.